Hey everyone, welcome back. Thank you for being here. I finished my, sorry, bumped the camera stand. Jeez, starting out well. I finished my jacket. Roxy's Journal of Stitchery, Volume 5, Month 2, something wearable. I did a video day before yesterday and it really wasn't worth posting. So I finished it up by outlining this butterfly and stitching a little bit in this butterfly here, the little pink butterfly with 3 different shades of pink. I decided not to do anything further on it other than the dragonfly, the butterfly, this butterfly, that butterfly, and these leaves. That's basically it. I stitched it on. I had to stitch 3 rows down the center because it was buckling. And this way it's on there. I folded this edge under, this edge under, and this edge under, but I did not have to fold this edge under because it was a selvage edge. And so that's how it came out. I'm seriously thinking of taking this bottom off of the jacket. I have not 100% decided yet, but it is long on me and I would only lose maybe 1.5 inches to 2 inches. So I would take a seam ripper and just take that off, and I would use my machine to machine stitch along here and leave a rough edge. I don't know what the edge looks like under there. I would lose the bottom buttonhole, but I don't think that's going to bother me. I've also thought about taking the cuffs off because when I wear it, I really have to fold the cuffs up because I have very short pterodactyl type arms. However, when it's cold out, I like to wear my cuffs, my sleeves down over my hands because I'm not a glove or mitten wearer. So I don't know, I might leave the cuffs. I found a really cute short, it would probably be about up to here on me, maybe, denim jacket, not striped, in the store the other day, and it zips up. Oh my gosh, I fell in love with it, but a little out of my price range for what I'm comfortable with, so I haven't gotten it yet. I don't know, it might still happen. So then I thought, well, I want to do something on the front, but I don't want to put a bunch of fabric on there. So I tested out this flower. I did not go through at all, so I can show you how I did that. And if you want to hang around and pull up a project and join in some just simple flowery hand stitching with me, then hey, I'm happy to have you because it is, I had another, I thought I had, no, I did not. Okay, there's the other one. Sorry about that. Discombobulated as usual. I apologize. I started to say something. These are my hand-dyed threads that I dyed with Rit dyes. So, yeah. Alrighty, let's see. I do have some other threads here that are kind of fun. So let me see. I need something that shows up against these stripes because that's really kind of dark and moody. But this one's pretty. It's got green in it though, so green doesn't really go on the flower petals. There's this kind of bright gold. Yeah. Let's see what else I've got. I might just stick with my hand-dyed. There's purple. There's always purple. That's got blue in it. That's not going to work. Again, really dark. I'm looking for something a little lighter. I don't know. I'm just so overly ready for spring that I'm just in this huge funk because yeah, spring is not getting here quickly enough for me. All right, I'm just going to stick with this for today. for this flower, for this lapel, not lapel, for this, it's a chest pocket flap. That's what I'm calling it. And this one, I just saw a really interesting video on Instagram, and I'm going to give it a try. So let's see. I think I want that end to be the flower. Where did I put my needle? There it is. So I hope this finds everybody doing well. My lighting is probably terrible. I don't even know if you can see. Maybe I'll bring you down a little bit, but there's going to be flip-flopping of the jacket. So I will warn you that there's going to be flip-flopping of the jacket in front of the camera. I'll try and pull the jacket to the side when I'm flipping it around. So I'm tying a very tiny, you don't want a really thick knot in there. It's a very tiny knot. And what I'm going to do, hopefully, I practiced this before I turned the camera on. So I'm hoping that moving the lights in, I hope it works by showing you the same thing. I hope I can make it work again. Or it was beginner's luck. Okay. So as I said, there's nothing on the back of this pocket, no threads or anything. This is a 2-layer pocket, and I will show you, I can put the needle through there and it does not show on the other side. So, I came in from over here and I went toward where I want the center of the flower to be, which is sort of there. And then I gently tugged so the knot goes inside the 2 layers. And then you don't pull very hard, especially on the first stitch. So what I'm going to do is I am going to start this way. And I have a feeling this is not going to be sort of equal distance. So if you want to draw on your piece, go for it. I choose not to. And then what I do is I just go back toward the center. And this is the one you don't want to pull really too hard on because, you know, that knot is in there. You don't want it to come out. And then just start going around on camera, not in the shadows. So yes, my last video where I was trying to show what I was doing on the back, it just, yeah, it got deleted. It was a mess. I was indecisive. I was not liking what I was stitching. I tried to lightly thread paint the flower on the back and it just was not at all a good video. So I took it down. I didn't take it down. I never posted it. Let's put it that way. Okay. And you're all better off for not having seen it. It's funny because all of a sudden my views and my comments have gone way, way down. Like for a while there, it was very nice because I was getting a lot of sweet comments and new followers. Welcome if you're new. I really appreciate you being here. And a lot of discussion and, you know, there were a couple things in there that might not have been nice, but that's okay. I can deal with that usually. Yeah, all of a sudden the last few videos have been nothing, garbage, no views, hardly any views, a fraction of the views. So I don't know. I guess YouTube is not suggesting me to people anymore. So if you haven't subscribed, it does not cost you anything. A subscribe button is not a payment button. So if there's any confusion about that, let it be told that hitting that subscribe button does not charge you anything. It just means that you will get, I will show up on your page, on your home page as, or your subscription page actually. One of the little buttons at the bottom says subscriptions or subscribed or something like that. And it tells you, if you go to that page, it'll show you all of the people that you have subscribed to, all of the channels, and it helps those channels out. So I'm very close to 3,000 subscribers. I have no idea what I'm going to do when I reach that, but I am hoping to do something, and it would be nice. Now, as you can see, I'm not going through the back. I'm just going through that first layer of, and trying not to blind you, that first layer of fabric. And if you leave your needle horizontal to the fabric, you can do that without going through. If you're going to stab, you're going to go through. But I lay my needle very flat, and I just work my way. If I run into a little resistance, I just keep going. I mean, I just sort of wiggle it through there and try not to get too hung up. So anyway, I was saying that I saw a very interesting Instagram video just now before I turned to doing this. I was sort of sitting around procrastinating, as one does when they're not sure what else they want to do with something. And she dyed fabric with acrylic ink. Well, I have 2 acrylic inks, but 2 is not enough for me. So I am going to go to the store. We're going out tomorrow, so I will probably stop by one of the stores that sells art supplies. And I am going to experiment with acrylic ink that I actually bought to color my clay with when I was making the buttons, the clay buttons. And, sorry, concentrating here. And I'm going to get a couple of more bottles of ink in colors that I like, and I'm going to try it on my threads, because I have a lot of white thread I can dye. And she says if you heat set it, it does make it waterproof. But I am going to do some thread, you know, just a strand, a long strand of thread, and I'll dye it with different shades, I mean different colors. And I am going to heat set it, and I'm going to experiment and see if it washes and dries. I'll probably have to hand wash it because it'd probably get lost in the washer with, you know, whatever I... All right, hold that thought. I'm just taking it over to the side, hoping this doesn't mess anybody up. These stripes, I know these stripes are hard to look at. Oh, I so want that other little jacket in Target. Oh my goodness, I just didn't want to spend the money. I have a jacket fetish. I have more jackets than Carter has pills, and I don't wear most of them. I mean, I don't wear a lot of jackets. Winter, you know, fall, winter, spring, yes. But even when I go out, I usually wear a vest. I have a bunch of quilted vests that I did not make. Just plain colors, you know, I have a gray and a black and a purple and a blue. And I usually wear one of those under a jacket, a sweatshirt jacket or something, a hoodie. And I end up stripping off the jacket by the time we drive to wherever we're going, because it gets warm in the car. And then when we're running around and it warms up to like 40 and it's sunny, even in winter, if it's 40, 45 degrees, I end up, if we're running in and out of stores, I end up taking the jacket off and just wearing just a long sleeve shirt. So, I don't wear a lot of jackets because I overheat very easily. And when I overheat, it gives me PTSD anxiety symptoms. So, yeah. Okay. I'm just doing this big lazy daisy here. And then I'll show you what I did in the center and how I knotted it off without the thread showing. One more. Whoopsies. There go my scissors. Pick those up. All right. So I think about 2 more petals here. Maybe 3. Oh my goodness gracious. But this little denim, I bought this jacket because I was desperate to get a denim jacket. I don't know why. I really wanted a denim jacket last fall. And I had planned on stitching all over it when I got one. And all I could find was a striped one. And I'll be honest, it's okay, but it's not my favorite. So if I could get that other little jacket, I might just do that. But anyway, because my torso is very short, the short jacket would actually, you would be able to see most of my shirts that I wear, because I like my shirts to cover at least half of my bum, because I'm well endowed in all areas. So the short jacket would show some of the bottom of the shirt, but I don't care. I don't care. You won't catch me at my age and my body shape wearing a midriff shirt or anything, or a sports bra without a top over it or something. Yeah, you won't catch me wearing that stuff. Too old, too fat, too flabby. Whew, this is giving me a struggle here. All right, I think I have to do one more to fill in that gap, or do I? Let's see. Nah, I think we're okay. Okay, I'm going to flip the jacket one more time. I am going to, oh, do I want another one? No, I don't think so. I am going to go here, and I'm going to come out in the center of the flower. I think we're good. And then, watch this trick. Watch. Bring it in a little bit. I'm going to do a French knot. And I'm going to bring it way down close to the point of the needle. I'm going to go, I don't think that's going to work. Come on, Martha. Okay, go back through here, and I'm going way up here. Okay. Come on. Now that's my knot. I have a center to my flower. I'm just going to cut that off. And that should hold, I think. Should hold up. If it doesn't, like I always say, I know the person who made it, so I can always fix it because I made it, right? And get rid of this over here. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Okay, now I don't like to bring attention to pockets on my chest because, you know, again, well endowed. But what can we do over here? Something different maybe? Or should I do the same? Isn't that cute? Let me button it up. Now I thought about doing something around the button. However, that would mean I'd have to stitch into this seam. Don't want to do that. So I think that's cute. The stripes are really hard on the eyes, aren't they? Okay, let's see. Is there anything else I want to use? No, I don't think so. think I'm just going to stick with my thread. Yeah, so I'm going to try that experiment. I don't think I'm going to get very far around with this length of thread. I want to make sure I have enough. I'm going to try that experiment with the acrylic threads. I think I'll just make this side matching the other side. So I hope you're stitching along and not paying any attention to me. What else could I do? Oh, hold that thought for a moment. Okay, never mind. I went and got some little lacy bits and I thought, well, I'll try this, I'll try that. Nope. Bringing too much attention to that part of my body. Not what I want to do. So if you want to hang out and you got something to stitch on, I'm just going to do 2 more flowers like the ones I did already. Nope, this knot's going to be too thick. Oh, there we go. Hopefully that one will hold. All right, we'll do this side first. So I'm going to come in. I'll show you one more time. Gently pull so that knot goes underneath. That's a quilting technique. I did not invent this. And if you have some sticking out still, just trim it off. There you go. If part of the tail is sticking out, trim it off. It's fine. You're going to be fine. I'm going to start up here so I know how big to make this. Come on, Martha. This thumb gives me a lot of trouble. I have arthritis in it and it's extremely painful lately. So I haven't been doing, that is not what I wanted to do. Oh, Martha. That's not right. Oh, see, and my knot came out. So that one was not strong enough. So I'm going to put an extra little knot in here, right near the other one. It probably is good to test it to see if it's going to come back out. Okay, so there are 2 little knots there. I set my needle down, couldn't find it. So we got up to rain this morning. I think it has subsided now, but it's gray and it's cloudy and it's dreary, and I guess it's a typical spring day, but I like my typical spring days to consist of sunshine and blue skies and birds singing, and yeah. Oh, I'm gonna do it again. Look at that. I don't know what my problem is lately. So it doesn't help that today is, I don't know what today is, 2nd or 3rd. Anyway, it's been 2 years since my little puppy passed away. And I still miss him dearly every day. So that's been hard, thinking about missing him. Or thinking about him. Missing him is hard. And if you're using a variegated thread like the one I made, and you don't want your colors to come out next to each other so much, you can skip around when you're making your daisies. Like I could go down here and make a yellow one down here, because you're going back to the center every time. See? Boy, that's a long one. That's my only problem, is my sense of size gets all wonky. So even when I'm doing them right next to each other, my sense of size gets all wonky. Anybody else out there have that problem? Yeah, in this damp weather and damp, I said damp. And, ooh, I gotta be careful how I speak. And the, we've still got pretty chilly temps for us for March, I feel like. Of course, every year is different. However, typically, spring is a little warmer by now. 70s, 60s. We aren't getting that yet. It's supposed to happen in the next week or so. 60s. Low 60s. But lots of cloudy and potentially rainy days. So I don't know. I mean, I guess it's an El Nino year, which means more wet. There's a couple of people, there are two couples we watch on YouTube that live in Panama. I couldn't do that. For anyone who lives in Panama, that would so not be me. Not possible, honestly. Okay. Spread them out a little, girl. Come on, girlfriend. You've got this. Oops. Don't shred the thread. Okay. So I'm going to put this one over here. Just because I want to spread the color out a little bit, and it's starting to change color now. So we went out yesterday. Tony didn't want to go out anywhere. He wanted to go outside, just like he went for his walk and stuff, but he didn't want to go out and do stuff. And it turned into a whole day of being out for several hours, way longer than we're normally out, doing stuff. I don't know. You take him with a grain of salt when he says he doesn't really feel like going anywhere or doing anything. And, ow! We ended up going, where did we go? What was the first place we went to? Oh, good Lord. Why can't I remember where we went? Oh, my brain is getting really bad. We went somewhere. It'll come to me. And then the next place he wanted to go was this bicycle store. And they sell electric bikes. And we've tried electric bikes before, and I fell off and hurt my shoulder and ended up with frozen shoulder and had to get a cortisone shot in my shoulder. Yeah, not a good time for Martha. And so now I'm a little timid of big heavy bikes, because electric bikes are very heavy and they're typically really big, and they're made for people who want to ride long way, or they want to ride on several different surfaces. They have big fat tires and just, yeah, they're heavy. They go fast because they have a pedal assist and a throttle and all these things that go on. And I see other people riding them, and they make it look so dang easy. And I don't know. I mean, I always had good balance. I'm very flexible. And after I fell, it just scared the heck out of me. I've fallen off of horses many, many times in my 40s and early 50s, and I hurt myself a lot. And I think I'm just afraid of hitting the ground and hurting myself. However, I really want to ride a bike because walking is very hard for me. But riding a bike with the kind of knees I have is also very hard for me. So yeah, there are a lot of issues with me riding a bike, but we would be able to visit a lot more places if I could just ride a bike and get some exercise at the same time. But I don't know. Anyway, that all being said, we went to this bike shop and they weren't quite open yet. We had 10 minutes to wait. Tony didn't want to sit and wait in the parking lot, so we went to the part of the shopping center across a road, a very small road, same shopping center. And there was a Kohl's there. We went to Kohl's and looked and looked and looked. I couldn't find anything I liked. I picked up one large shirt and it looked more like a medium. I picked up another large shirt from a different maker and it was baggy on me. I'm like, I don't get it. I mean, I know it depends on where these things are made and everything, and it's just hard. Anyway, I walked out of there disgusted because I can't find anything I like anymore. All the summer shirts were gray, black, or beige. There were no pretty yellows or greens or anything else. It was, they were white, black, beige, and gray. And I'm like, seriously? Like, why is there nothing pretty out here? And why do they make cropped pants or whatever in heavy fabrics for summer? Why? Who wants to wear a heavy denim or a heavy canvas type bottom, shorts, everything? I want light, airy, flimsy fabric. Can't find it. Finding linen is near impossible in the States as far as I'm concerned. And it wrinkles really badly. A cotton linen blend would be nice. They don't make them. And if they do, I'm shopping in the wrong places. And I probably can't afford the other places. So it's very frustrating to find nice clothes. Just everyday clothes. I don't wear fancy stuff. I don't wear dressy stuff. I don't own a dress. I don't own frilly things. I don't. I never have. Well, can't say never. I have before. But yeah. Anyway, it was very frustrating. Can't find anything I like. And I'm going to be 68 this year. And not that I let my age dictate what I wear. But yeah, my body isn't in great shape anymore. I don't like to show a lot of skin. It just, because it ain't pretty. So it was very frustrating to go through that and not find something a little more of what I wanted. Now, this one, what I'm going to do is show you a different method. I'm going to go back down right next to here. And actually, I think what I'm going to do is try this and see. Actually, I want to just go, yeah, I have to go twice to get a knot, I think. And I'm going to go through here, but what I'm going to do is tug. Well, it doesn't hide it. Where'd that come from? Weird thread. There, I tugged it and it went underneath, so it's double knotted. It's knotted there, and I knotted it up here, but again, there's nothing showing, and you can't see the knot. I am going to open my door a little bit, because now I'm warm, having a warm flash. I'm heating up from the from the inside out. Okay, and one more strand. Ooh, the mourning doves are hooing. I don't think that picked up by the camera. Okay, so rest of the story. Yesterday. Boy, do I go off on tangents or what? Yikes. Sorry about that. And yes, I do that in real life too. So I apologize because I know it's hard. I go in 50 different directions at once. Alrighty. So, so we went to Kohl's, couldn't find anything. We went back to the bike store, and the gentleman in there, again, this is the second time in, what, a week, I have found very nice customer service. And I have to say, it's been very nice experiencing that. We walked into a bike shop, I don't know, a few years ago, a different bike shop. And the guy took one look at me. I'm short, I'm heavy, I'm old. And he took one look at me and he's like, can I help you? Like, can I help you? Do I have to? That's a pretty thick knot. That knot does not want to pull through. So, the other thing you can do is you can make that your center, because you're going to put another knot over it anyway. So this is another method of how you can do it. I'm not going to cut that knot off and start again. I'm going to just do it this way. So, look at that. I messed up the denim. Wait. I have to think this through. So bear with me. Okay, so that's going to be my center. And if you had a thread hanging off of there, I would cut any extra thread. Okay, so I'm going to go back through here. I'm going to skip over like one thread, go back to the center like that. And that's just going to get covered up by your petal. It shouldn't matter much that, see, it barely shows. Can you see that? That's my knot. That's where I went up and down. Can't even see it. So I'm going to just do this flower like I did the others. He was very kind, this gentleman in the bike shop. Everybody's younger than we are, so I'm not even going to say he's young. I mean, I think he was older than 20. So, but he was very kind. He's like, listen to what my issues are. He said, we have this one type of bike, and it might work for you. And I tried it, but it was very big, very heavy, and I couldn't pedal it. So he's like, do you want to take it out in the parking lot and try it? I'm like, oh, heck no. Nope. That's not happening. And so I'm not going to crash. And these bikes were like $2,000, which I would never, ever spend money on a bike like that anyway. Not that amount of money. So anyhow, he was very appeasing. I think that's the right word, appeasing to me. He appeased my questions and our discussions about what might work, and he made a couple of suggestions. And I had heard that idea before, and it might be something that happens in the future, but more likely with a regular bike than an e-bike. So yeah. Anyhow, we finished up in there, and Tony wanted to go get fuel for the car. So we drove over to the nearby gas station, and he's like, do you want to do anything else up here? And I said, no, we did everything we were supposed to do. Let's go home and have lunch. It was now like 11:40 or something, and I was getting hungry. And so we went to the gas station. He filled up the car, and instead of turning to go towards home, he turned to go into the shopping center again. And he said, let's get Panera. So we went and got Panera. And we ate. It was very good. Ate our bowls. I get the Baja bowl. He gets the Mediterranean bowl, minus the chicken, the cheese, and the yogurt, because I don't eat that stuff. And Come on now. Something's happening here. There we go. It's just having a tough time getting my needle through. And the Verizon store is right next door. And he started, so as we were finishing our meals, Tony starts asking me about phones. Now, we had had a discussion about phones day before yet. I just poked myself. Day before yesterday. Sorry. I'll have to keep that finger out of the way. And my phone is an iPhone XS Max, and that's what I film on. His phone is an Android phone that's at least, I don't know, at least minimum 8 years old. I think it's older than that. And it's terrible. It's everybody that he talks to sounds like they're talking through a tin can. And his phone is just, it's small. Like when he wants to take a photo, he's like, he can't tell what the photo looks like. And he's got photos on there that he's taken by accident. I had to go through and delete a bunch of them the other day. You know, pocket photos, or just he hit the button too many times or whatever. So, yeah, it's a mess anyway. And he hates having a phone, but I need him to have a phone for my comfort. I need to know I can get a hold of him if he's not here, or if I'm out and he's here. We don't have a house landline phone, so I need him to have a good phone. So for at least a couple of years, I've been trying to talk him into upgrading his phone, or taking my phone and I'll upgrade my phone. Well, upgrades scare me because lately, every time you change technology, or technology changes, I hate the changes that are taking place. So I guess I'm getting old. I usually like change and new things, but you know, they've gone, the iPhone XS is a 10. It's a 10. And they're up to 15 Pros now. They have a couple of kinds of 15s. They have a 15 Pro Max, a 15 Pro, a 15 Max, a 15 Plus, and a 15, and a 14 Plus, and a 14, and a 13. So he's like, I don't know what I'll just take your phone. You get a new phone. So Verizon is right next door to Panera. So off we go, toddling over there, and they are remodeling their store. It was very small, and there were a ton of people. What is with all the people being out on weekdays? I mean, seriously, like when I was working, you could walk into any place on a weekday, and the only people you'd find in there are old retired people like I am now, right? No, now everybody, their brother, their sister, and their kids are with them on a weekday. I don't get it. What are these people doing? So I hear my dryer beeping. So anyway, it was packed, but there were only like 2 people ahead of us, and one was already being helped. So once we got signed in, we got the nicest customer service person. The last time we went to this same Verizon store, we got this girl who was useless. We walked out of there and got none of our questions answered, and she couldn't tell us anything, and she just kept leaning on our elbows and talking to us. And it was like, girl, you need to get another job because this is not the one for you. So, yeah. So anyway, we talked to this nice lady, and she answered all our questions, didn't, roll her eyes at us or act like we were bothering her. She knew what she was talking about. I asked her a couple of questions that didn't pertain to phones, but anyway. So she had to order the phone I wanted. I was not compromising this time. I compromised when I got the iPad, and I've already run into trouble with the iPad when I was trying to film with it and stuff. So I'm like, nope, I'm getting what I need to get, and that's what it's going to be. So the phone is supposed to come, I don't know, sometime the beginning of the week to the middle of the week. Who knows? And when it comes, we'll do what we can here at home and try and get it everything transferred. And if we get stuck, we'll go into the Verizon store, and then that'll disconnect my phone that I now film on, and or record on, I should say. I don't film on it. We don't use film. Hey, I grew up with my father working at Kodak. I have all of the film knowledge. You know, I grew up with film. So anyway, yeah, we'll take my current phone, and that'll become Tony's phone. And at least when he wants to do something with the phone, I can teach him how to do it, because I know how to use that phone. I just hope that switching my phone to a 15 is not going to make me unhappy and make my life more complicated, because more complicated I don't need at all. Okay, so I yammered all the way through that. I talked your ear off about nothing at all. Come on, Martha. Now I'm going to go back in the center, and I'm just going to make another knot. And I've got just enough thread. So I'll make another knot, and I'll do what I did previously. Now go out here, and then I'll do what I did on the last one. Make a knot. Oops, I came unthreaded. Who saw that coming? Me. Raise your hand. So by next week, I will have a new phone, and let's hope that Martha can get the phone to do what it needs to do, and filming is not a bigger hassle than it already is. Recording. All right. Nope, that's not what I want to do. Come on. This is going to be complicated. See, I could cut this thread right there and just call it done. Like I did the one on the other pocket, those first two. Because I trust that knot in the middle. But I just want to show you this one more time. I need a shorter needle, that's what I need. In right next to that. I'm going to pull. Let's see if this works. Nope, this one's not going to work. See? Sometimes things work and sometimes they don't. But that's okay. I don't mind this little piece sticking out there. I didn't leave myself enough thread. I put the knot too close. That's okay. Nobody's going to notice. It's all good. So there we go. Now I have two pockets that have flowers on them. And if I don't take the cuffs off, eventually I could sew some stuff around the cuffs. So once again, I'm going to pull you up, and my dryer is beeping because I washed the sheets this morning. There are the pockets. We've got lights in the way and everything else here. Okay. Let's see what we can do. There are the pockets, and there's the back. I think it came out pretty. I love this a lot. So thanks for joining me, and I hope you all take care and you're well and you have a great day. and happy crafting. Thanks for being here. See you next time. Bye, everyone.